I embarked on a California vacation lasting 3 weeks. So, yeah, let's go. One video. Hey guys, so today we are going to be going to California. We're gonna go to the airport and we're gonna fly all the way to the other side of Canada and then we're gonna go to California. Start packing all my chargers here. Alright, you can see all the luggage is here. We're gonna put all that stuff in the car and yeah. So on the trip to the airport, we of course made a trip to Tim Hortons to get my father some coffee because he misses Tim Hortons because, you know, he lives down in the US, and also to get me some donuts. So when I arrived at the airport, I didn't know it yet, but I would actually have to climb some very hard mental and physical challenges. So we arrived at the airport by about 7 o'clock, so we had 2 hours to go through the gate and everything, and then our flight was around 9 o'clock Eastern time. Let's turn it back now. Now we are off the ground. So then we arrived in Vancouver about 1 in the morning Pacific time, but customs didn't open until 4 o'clock in the morning, so we had to sit at the entrance for hours. By the time 4 o'clock hit, I was already extremely tired, so I went to get some Wendy's, and it tasted so good because I hadn't eaten anything in like many hours now. And then by the time 4 o'clock hit, I finally went through customs, went through security, and went to our gate. And our flight wasn't even until like 7:45 in the morning, so I just had to like wait. And then by the time 7:45 hit, we went into the plane, and then I finally got my few hours of sleep in during the flight. And then when we landed, I was so excited. So I went to go find our luggages. Obviously that was pretty challenging. And then I finally met my uncle and my dad. So this is day number 1 of the summer camp. So for context, I went to a summer camp that week and also the week after that. And what's very special about the summer camp is that it actually takes place at Stanford University in Palo Alto. So every day I went there was pretty much the same. If I'm there before 8 o'clock, I can enjoy my free time. When 8 o'clock hits, that's when the instructor comes and starts teaching me my stuff. By 11 o'clock, I can actually walk to lunch. Now because the camp is on Stanford campus, they actually have a really nice and really fancy lunch area. They have a whole separate building where you can literally pick out whatever stuff you want in your lunch. And then by I think 12 o'clock, we walk back to the place where we do our work. And we're basically just there for a couple more hours. Until about like I think around 2 o'clock, where we would go outside for an hour and we would just play on the field and have fun. I filmed myself dancing, and I also wondered how fast I could run, because the field's pretty big. And then, at around 4:30, that's when we would leave and our parents would pick us up. Now because the camp is in Palo Alto and my father lives in San Francisco, it's a little bit of a drive. It's like 30 minutes to an hour away from our place. So this week's summer camp was an introduction to Python and coding. So that week I actually had a chance to learn some things about Python and also about machine learning. So throughout the week, we would collect something called tickets, and on Friday, we would actually use those tickets to earn something from a raffle. You could win a notebook, you could win some glasses, you could win some weird 3D printed stuff. But the most interesting thing is that you could also pie the counselors. And 2 counselors got pied on Friday, and one of the counselors actually ended up being my instructor on the 2nd week.
Counselor of Stanford Camp to get double pie.
Liam is not able to lift that pie.
Now Friday actually ended a little bit early because on Friday at around 3 o'clock we would actually show our parents what we have done throughout the week, and then we would get some certificates. What also happened was your instructor would actually read out the certificates and normally type up some nice things about you on that certificate and how the week went with you, and the instructor basically just read it in front of the parents.
Andrew, you were a very diligent camper from the very beginning. I enjoyed watching you apply what you learned from our lectures and use them in our projects in creative ways. Your consistent dedication to continuing learning is a great trait to have, and I see a bright future ahead of you.
Whoa, yeah! Woo! And here's some pictures that I took. I'm getting a haircut. I haven't had a haircut since March. Oh, this trash is going away.
Like
Alright, got my hair cut. This is what it looks like. I'm in between the Filipinos right now.
Yes.
I'm only half, so I don't count. Now the second and final week of ID Tech was coming. Now obviously I already know quite a bit about this subject. And the second course was called Digital Video Production and Effects. And the reason is to improve on the way I film, write, and edit my videos. Now how these days would go down is pretty much the same as before. So the first half of the week was dedicated to making an About Me video, which I posted on my second channel. And the second half of the week was dedicated to making a short film with all of your classmates. Now this camp was actually a lot more fun than the first week because I actually knew what I was doing. Now by Friday, I would of course watch people get pied again. Look at this dude, do a 360. Yeah. Amazing. I would show off the stuff that I did over the week to my parents, and then the instructor would read out your certificate in front of your parents.
You are quickly becoming a master of your craft. From the day you walked into the room, you showed off a wealth of knowledge on every part of the camera and made videos with your own creative brand of humor. Working with you has been a pleasure and taught me many things I did not even know about our equipment. As you continue down your path with recording and making content, I know you will make something amazing. You learned it, you got it, the next thing you make is going to be incredible.
And the funniest thing about that instructor was I actually managed to make him laugh at this video. So this is where I'm gonna have to end this video here. It has been a really fun 2 weeks. I had a lot of fun during the ID Tech experience. They also had a really good equipment over there. They had a high-end Dell G15 laptop, and they also had pretty high-end cameras too, the Panasonic G7, which can record in 4K. But I don't really plan on going there again. But yeah, this is the end of part 1. I'll see you in part 2, and I hope you're watching part 2 after part 1. So yeah.